Let's see if this works. All right. So we got a deal outside of Texas today, subto deal. Let's see. This is in 16831 Silent Pines Court, Conroe, Texas, 77302. Purchase price 242,596. 242,596. Okay. 3.62 interest rate. Total monthly payment is $2,073. $30,000. $355 is the entry fee. What else we got? Single family, 3-2 with a 2-space garage, 1,556 square feet. Entry fee breakdown: $10,000 assignment, $25,000 assignment. $25,000 in arrears. Okay. Let's see. Let's take a look at these photos. For the most part, it looks like it's in pretty much turnkey condition. I would probably get rid of the carpet, but that's only 3 bedrooms, maybe not even like a third of the square footage. So I'll maybe put 500 square feet on there. All right, let's just take a quick look at this property. See if it's in the flood zone. This is in Texas. No, it's not. All right. So you get a street view of this property. Looks pretty suburban for the most part. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that's out of the ordinary here. Let's see if we get the crime score really quick. So when you go to tophap.com, tophap.com, plug in the address, click on the neighborhood section. Let's see if we get a crime score here. 92. That's perfect. Where I live is basically a 90, so I feel pretty good about that crime score. All right, the next thing we want to do is we want to get the fair market rents, or what I call is the rent ceiling. So if you Google HUD FMR, this is in Montgomery County. So HUD FMR, click on the first link, scroll down to the Access to Small Area FMR. Once you get there, look up FY 2024 FMRs, and you get to Texas, Montgomery, plug in the county, and then you're going to get by zip code, which is 77302. 77302. The rent ceiling here for a 3-bedroom is $1,890. Okay. $1,890. And then it's going to be 2430. 2430. No, 77302. 3-bed. This is your FMR. I say small area FMRs. And I'm gonna get the market rent now next for this property. So if you go to affordablehousing.com, go to the owner section, market rent estimator, plug in right here, you're gonna see that the market rent here is $1,725. $1,725. All right, so that's slightly lower than what we saw on the rent ceiling. So this is probably the number I'm gonna use because of the rent reasonableness test. Now, if you guys have ever seen us go through the analysis, the rent reasonableness test states that you cannot charge more rent to a voucher holder simply because they are a voucher holder. 1.48 mile radius. 1.48 mile radius. 1.48 mile radius. Okay. 1774, 1881. I'm just noting down all these numbers for my partners since they already know how to analyze my deals. 1950, 1950. Now let's see if the 4-bedroom makes any sense, because I'm always looking for creative ways to generate additional rent. Now this is a 4-bedroom. Let's see if this changes at all. 2037. So it does go up a little bit. 2037. 2037. So about $300. So that's going to be a judgment call that you're going to have to make when the time comes. 2037, 2287, 2287, 2209, 2330. Okay, excellent. So on a 4-bedroom, this is 0.5 mile radius. Now this rent number is still lower than 2430. So you can't expect to get your full rent at 2430 again because of the rent reasonable test, even if you turn this into a 4-bedroom home. Amazing. All right, let's go ahead and calculate some more rehab. So this property was how much square footage? 1556. All right. I have $1,500 for the roof, just like I always do. $500 for the landscaping. 1556. I'll still need to repaint the place, but I don't think I really need to get more than 500 square feet of new flooring to replace the carpet. And I think that's pretty much all I need for this home. That's gonna be roughly a 12 grand rehab. Not bad to set aside $12,000 for this property. Now, here's the problem. If you know that your PITI, let's see, where is it? Your PITI is 2073. Here's what you can do. We're going to back into the amount for what's currently owed. So 212, 241 for existing loan. 212, 241. 212, 241. 3.62% interest rate. This matures in 8/1/2051, so chances are I started 8/1/2021, 30 years before that. No secondary loan on this property. So if I go to my monthly property tax number, plug in the monthly PITI, which is 2073, equals 2073, subtract the principal, subtract the interest, then I'm back into my amount. Now I'm going to add another $30 for extra insurance costs because chances are that was a primary residence property. I got 10% for my maintenance. I got an HOA right here of, how much is the HOA? $54 right here. Oh, that was included in 2073, so I don't need to. Since I already had that number in here, I don't need to re-put the expense here. So I got 8% for property management. I'm assuming this is a pretty good area. We'll put 3% for my vacancy, but I'm still going to be negative. Let's see, put in my rent here, 1725. I'll even do 1750, but you can still see why it's going to be a losing deal from a cash flow perspective, because at 1750, you would be losing roughly around, assuming 1750 is your rent, you'd be losing $720 a month. That for me is definitely not a deal. So you understand why it's being marketed right now. Now, even if you turn this into a 4-bedroom, let's say you convert a garage for like 15 grand and you're able to get 2050, right? 2050. But then you got to increase your rehab by, let's say, about $10,000. No, let's do $15,000 to convert a whole garage into a livable space. You're still going to be negative 483. So even if you turn this into a 4-bedroom by creatively adding an additional bedroom in here, you are still not going to be cash flowing because you cannot expect that you're going to be able to keep every single piece of that deal. And that's why I do not believe this is a deal. Again, this is not investment advice. I'm simply showing you guys what I do on a daily basis. I analyze deals every day to get my reps in, but this is just part of the work. This is part of the, if you want to buy 100 deals, chances are you probably have to analyze 1,000. And as you go through this, you quickly realize, how do you quickly rule out deals? For me, I might have stopped analyzing the deal as soon as I saw that your monthly payment was 2073 and the wholesaler was marketing it as 1810. That's just not enough margin in there for you to make any sort of cash flow on the deal, because after you take away 10% for maintenance, 10% for property management, 5% for vacancy, you're losing about 25% of the long-term rental to expenses. So when you're able to quickly rule out these deals, you will save yourself a ton of time so that you do not overanalyze deals or waste time, and then that eventually leads to burning out. So this is why we don't, or we find ways to quickly rule out deals. But we went through the whole process. We didn't even have to go through the entry fee. But if you go through the entry fee, you can plug it in. I mean, the entry fee is just simply your cash to seller is 236. Your arrears is 25.19, and your assignment is $10,000. Now, some people might say, well, if I lower my assignment fee, will that make it a deal? In this case, it's no, because you're still in a negative cash flow situation. And in a negative cash flow situation, it doesn't matter if you try to lower the assignment fee simply to get a higher cash on cash return if you're not making money in the first place. So I wouldn't even spend the time going about it that way. But hopefully this was helpful. Just DM me your email on Instagram at investmentkehi if you do want a copy of the spreadsheet, and I'd be happy to have my team send it to you. But hey, stay consistent with me. This is day 182 for me. I originally set out to go live 100 days in a row, and now the habit has stuck. I'm a little sick today, so excuse my voice, but we're going to stay consistent no matter what, because the excuse or the skill I'm working on this year is the skill of having no excuses. And hopefully that inspires everybody to work on that yourself. All right. Have an amazing day, everybody. I will be back here again tomorrow. Have a good one. Hope you spent some quality time with your family and friends today.